Hey, I'm Alexis, and my word of inspiration for our 2021 is revivify. Not only is revivify a fun word to say, it has a great meaning as well. So the meaning is to restore to life, or give new life, or revive. And that word has a lot of meaning for me because in 2020 I had a baby, so I gave new life. But I think that with the pandemic, we all feel like we are giving new life to our own lives, if that makes sense. You're trying to look for ways of restoring our normalcy in life, but with a new way. So with that sort of weird explanation, you may know that I am mostly a Pilates person, and I will not disappoint today. We're going to be doing quite a bit of Pilates exercises, but with a little bit of a spin, like a Tabata type feel to it, or a HIIT workout, where we're going to be doing 40 seconds of work, 20 seconds of rest, and I'll describe the next exercise when the rest period. So with all that getting said, we are going to get going. So we're going to start on the mat. You can wear shoes if you wish or not. I'm not going to wear shoes. Be mindful if you're wearing shoes, it'll make your legs weigh more. Take care of yourselves. Okay, so we're going to start with a Pilates exercise of the 100. So I'm going to hit go on my little timer here so I don't have to count and look at my watch, and off we go. So lie onto your back, 100. Knees into your chest, lift your head and shoulders off the mat, knees into a tabletop, and pump your arms up and down. Inhale and exhale. In Pilates, we'd be counting these, but the timer's going to count for us today. So your job is to keep going with these strong pumps as your warm-up until the beeper goes. If you wish, you want to make it more challenging, send your legs out to a diagonal. If at any point your neck feels sore, you can put your head down and bend your knees again. Just keep your arms going, because that's the warm-up part. Inhaling and exhaling. Now with all things Pilates, you're deepening those abdominals in. Feel a nice strong ab connection.
2, 1. Rest.
Bend your knees, rest your head. So our next exercise is going to be footwork. You're going to be placing your hands either behind your head or underneath your hips for a little bit of support. Lifting the head and shoulders, you're going to straighten the knees and bend the knees. So it's footwork, as you may feel like you're pushing your thumbs underneath your feet. Off we go.
1.
Head up, heels together.
Toes.
Straighten the knees, bend the knees. Straighten the knees, bend the knees. Take your eyes to your belly. You want to try to see your abdominals stay pulled in and very still. If your belly is popping up, you need to send your legs higher to the ceiling, or you put your hands underneath your hips to give you that lower back support. Keep yourselves safe. You can move a little slower if you feel like you need to work for the precision. If you can't hold it, moving at a faster pace. Find a breath. Again, looking for stability here. Deepen those abdominals in.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, bend your knees and rest your head. From here, we're going to come into a plank. So turn whichever direction you wish onto your hands and knees. We're going to start with the basic plank and add in some shoulder touches if you're feeling strong. Looking straight down at your mat. Take a nice deep breath.
3,
Off we go.
2, 1.
So find a plank.
Shoulder touch.
Shoulders over wrists without sagging in your back. The wider your feet, the more supportive. You either hold this and breathe, or you make it more challenging by doing shoulder touches. So tap your fingers to your shoulders. Feel your abs pulling in away from the floor, no saggy lower backs. You're also trying to keep your body from wobbling side to side. And you may notice that if your feet are close together, it's way more challenging, so feel free to widen them, or the opposite if you want to do more work. 5 more seconds.
3, 2, 1.
Put your knees down, take a moment's rest. We're going to go into what's called the abdominal series in Pilates. There are 5 of these exercises. It starts with single leg stretch. Your shoulders will be curled up, you hug one knee, and you change. That's going to be the exercise. Take a breath.
3, 2, 1.
Lift your head and
Single
shoulders.
leg stretch.
Right knee in, change left knee in. Now just like the 100 and with footwork, if you need a rest with your head, you put your head down and you bring it back up when you can. If your legs are going too low, you could feel this in your lower back. So make sure that your abdominals are pulling in and everything's really strong and still in the center while you reach the legs out. Not about how low, but how strong and how stable. Keep on breathing. Keep on moving.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Put your head down. The next one is double leg stretch. You lift your head and shoulders. Your arms and legs go out to a diagonal. You circle the arms, you hug the knees. Inhale big, circle, exhale small. That'll be the next exercise. Take a deep breath. Have some water if you need to on the next
2,
break.
1. Abs double leg stretch.
Shoulders up, arms and legs out. Arms circle, hug in. Inhale and exhale. Again, if your head is weighing your neck down and making you feel uncomfortable, do just the legs. Again, with your hands behind your head. Inhale, hug, exhale. Feel your shoulders being consistently off the mat. The more you curl up, the better your neck will feel. I suggest you take your eyes to your abs. To keep an eye on them, make sure they're staying pulled in.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
You can look right and left. The next exercise is scissors. You'll lift your head, you're gonna pull one leg, scissor your legs to change, pull, pull. That's the exercise. We'll get going in a moment. Take your rest.
3, 2, 1. Add scissors.
All right, shoulders up, legs up, pull, pull, and pull, pull. So you're gonna feel your abdominals working because you've done so many ab exercises in a row, but you're also gonna feel a little stretch behind your thighs, and that's a good thing. Feel free to walk your hands up higher if you like more of a challenge, and yet again, your shoulders are staying at a consistent height. Sink your waistline. If it feels like it's too much, you can bend your knees, of course, and use your hands behind your thighs. Keep on moving. Pull your waistline in, deepen those abs.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest your head. You can either place your hands behind your head or again underneath your hips for lower lift. You'll curl your shoulders up, the legs will lower, the legs will lift. All right.
3, 2, 1.
All right, off the shoulders. Legs to the ceiling. Lower with control, lift with control. Your goal is not to go super low to the ground or floor. Your goal is to keep your abdominals in. I always give people the option of imagining my hand or your hand or someone's hand is resting on their abs. At no point does your belly get to pop up. Now you can of course bend your knees here because it's not about how straight your legs are. This is an abdominal exercise. Curl up off those shoulders to really kick into the upper abdominals. You are welcome to go
3,
low
2, 1. Rest.
without sacrificing precision. Next one, crisscross. You'll curl up, you'll twist, and send the other leg out. And change. That's the exercise. I'll be picky about it once we get started. Take a breath and get ready.
3, 2, 1. Abs crisscross.
Curl your shoulders, twist to one direction, other leg out, stay. Curl up, 2, 3. Curl up, 2, 3. Now when you curl up, it's not a bounce. You're not bouncing off your shoulder. Get high, higher, highest. Get off your bottom shoulder. Keep your elbows wide so you can hear me loud and clear, and you're not shutting me out with your arms. Keep breathing. Twist your body, face the opposite wall, and twist. 2, 3. Watch your hips aren't rocking side to side. Try to make it even when you finish here.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest. Okay, you're gonna come into a side plank here. So facing one direction, on your bottom elbow, shoulder over elbow. Now you can either stack your legs one on top of the other, one in front of the other, or put your foot down for support here. You choose what works for your body. Long
3,
spine.
2, 1. Side plank 1.
Stack if you can, top arm on your side. You're just gonna either hold here, you can rest if you need to. Just being here is work. If you feel the need to give yourself more challenge, you lower and lift. It's not dropping your hips per se. Think of lowering your calf and lifting. So you're not creating a big sag in your waistline. Feel energy through the top of your head. You should feel work underneath your armpit, but also strong work in your side body. If you feel like you need support, again, put your foot down so it gives you a little bit of assistance. Keep holding and keep breathing. Deepen your abdominals. We're gonna do the other side for our second set. So you can take a second once she counts
3,
down.
2, 1, rest.
Bend your knees and rest. I'm gonna flip around so you can see me. Take care. You might be imbalanced. Some of us have much stronger sides, so take care of yourself. Shoulder over elbow. Long spine. Take a deep breath. Make sure your feet are on a stable surface.
3, 2, 1, side plank 2.
This is easier in shoes, I will admit, because it just gives you a little bit of a balance point in the side of your sneaker, but it's okay if you can hold it here without. Again, foot flat if you need a little support. Otherwise, you hold it and breathe or challenge calf lower lift. Now check, 2 shoulders are facing forward and 2 hips. You're not twisted. Deepen those abs in. Push the bottom elbow down. Keep on breathing and feeling long and tall. Take a rest if you need to at any point.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Okay, the best bit. Lie onto your back for shoulder bridge. Heels underneath your knees, arms flat reaching towards your heels. The exercise is going to be to lift, and an option to either hold or to roll up and down.
3, 2, 1, shoulder bridge.
Press your arms, round your spine up. You can either hold this and feel the work of the heels pushing down, the glutes to help you lift, and your abs are pulling in. You shouldn't feel like your belly's popping up to the sky. Make it active by pushing the arms and pushing the heels. Check your knees haven't flopped. Give you something to do while you're up here. If you wish, you can roll down and come back up. The next exercise, we're gonna build on this. So just remember how lovely this feels. Keep pulling your abs in all the time. Proud chest. Keep on breathing.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Melt down. So the next exercise starts off the same, and you can repeat it, or we'll lift the hips up and we'll do some little walks, lifting up one foot and then the other. It's not a race. It's a nice, perfect walk with neutral hips if you can. So when she starts going,
3, 2, 1, shoulder bridge walks.
we roll up. Press your arms, look straight up. Now your hips do not move. You lift up one foot and then the other. If you have a little weakness or imbalance, that's totally normal. The hip might drop a little bit. You're trying to push the standing heel down as you lift up the opposite leg. You could make that more challenging by just giving yourself a little more range of motion by reaching the leg up to the ceiling. Your hips are going to want to fade towards the mat. Keep your hips up by pushing your heel into the ground. Make yourself even here, right to left. Belly's in.
3, 2, 1, rest.
Round down. Come back into the plank that you were in a moment ago. And we either just work the plank again, or just the shoulder taps, or I add in a little element of shoulder, shoulder, hip, hip, toe,
3,
toe.
2, 1, plank tap shoulder, hips, toes.
Tap shoulder, tap shoulder, tap hip, pike up, tap toe, pike up, tap toe. If that does not work for you, just work your plank. You can even come onto your elbows if you need to. Put it in a nice rhythm though. Make it even for you. Some of that sliding around. Try to complete the series. Return to plank each time you do that pike up. When she counts down, finish making sure you do the toes
3,
last.
2, 1, rest.
All right, rest your knees for a moment if you wish. Take a breath. Okay, come on up to standing. The exercise is hands behind your head, elbow to knee. So you lift the knee up towards your elbow. Take a moment, have water if you need to.
3, 2, 1. Standing elbow to knee.
So you lift the knee up towards your elbow. The action of lifting up that knee makes your side waistline work. You can tip a little bit, but your goal is not to crunch down and bash your elbow down. Get your knee up to your elbow. And you again can slow it down. If you start to feel this in your hips, you could just do a gentle side to side. It won't feel as much work, but it'll be nicer on your hip flexors if that's an issue for you.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Okay, come back into your plank. We're gonna do some slow mountain climbers. So if you've done mountain climbers before, you're in your plank. Choose your foot width, a little narrower might feel better this time. One knee in, put it down. Other knee in, put the foot down. That's gonna be your goal
3,
here.
2, 1. Plank slow mountain climber.
Knee to shoulder, foot down. Knee to shoulder, foot down. Now try to look straight down towards your wrists. Don't let your head fall off. But equally, you're not looking in front of you either. Pull your abs in. Your lower back should not be sagging. Tuck the tailbone so you feel your abs pulling in. Keep on breathing. The next exercise we will again build on this if you're up for it. Pre-apologies.
Three, 2, 1. Rest.
Rest for a moment, take a breath. The next exercise builds on that if you can. Again, come onto your elbows if you can't cope. The exercise is gonna go elbow, elbow, up, up, knee, knee. It's a fun one.
3, 2, 1. Plank elbow, elbow, knee and knee in.
Here we go. Down to the elbow, down to the elbow. Hand, hand. Pull the knee in, pull the knee in. Set your own rhythm. Try not to leave your butt up in the air if you can help it. I would rather, however, you be a little piked rather than saggy. If this does not work for you, you could just go down up on your elbows. You could just do the mountain climbers. You could just do an elbow plank. That's cool for me, I don't mind. You do what you gotta do. One last one.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
All right, last one. We're gonna once again get up to standing. It's a lunge with a twist. Hands can go behind your head or to the sides. Lunge forward into a kneel almost. Turn, face forward, and step back.
3, 2, 1. Standing lunge with twist.
So step lunge, twist to the leg in front, center, and come back. You have to step out quite far because you want your knee over your foot and not beyond. If this does not work for you, it's too much, practice just a lunge and an up to master that part and do a few on each side. And you can make it more fun by trying to hold the lunge and then do a little twist. If your balance doesn't work, stick your arms out. Otherwise, keep going with the challenging one. One more set to each side. One more to each side.
3, 2, 1. Rest.
Oh, okay. So from here, that is the actual workout for our abs. Yay. So we're gonna go into a stretch. I'm gonna turn this off because otherwise she's gonna start talking about stretching. I want you to sit either with your legs crossed or in front of you or out off to the side. We're gonna stretch out all that work we did. Arm up or crossed and sit up tall. And a gentle stretch. If this does not work for your knees, change the position to legs in front of you. Take your time to breathe. Your heart rate should be elevated. That should be 3. Rest your arms and change the leg. If you're sitting cross-legged, change to one on the other side, probably the awkward side. Whatever you did on the first side, repeat on the second. One more. Okay, so we'll come up to a folded plank or pike up and let your head fall. Push your heels down. Now push your hands down and try to sharpen the V. So maybe you get a long stretch to your side. You're also probably gonna feel it in your hamstrings. Let your head go. Now bend your knees if you wish and walk backwards. Let your head hang. Let your arms relax. Round up through your spine. Once you're all the way up, adjust your wardrobe. We'll do one final stretch. So you can reach straight up and hold your wrists and just tip to the side. I don't want to come out of camera view, so while you're up, you ideally want to straighten your arms so it looks a bit like this. That's it. Similar to what you did kneeling down, but just standing. Let's do the other side. You gently pull up and a little tilt. One more. Once you're all the way up, take a deep breath, melt your shoulders, feel long and tall, feel your core strong. That is my workout for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. So it was 18 exercises, 40 seconds on and 20 seconds off. Not my normal, but thank you for joining me. It's been great.